So yeah, we can talk about buffering a little bit. This is actually something that it's really a super beginner tactic that you should actually implement to your gameplay. You ready, chat room? Get your notepads out. You're about to learn some stuff. Okay. So, in Street Fighter, there is this thing that you can do, and actually technically really any game that you do. It's called button buffering. Now, what is button buffering, you might ask? Well, if I do something like medium kick, alright? This is a pretty solid move, right here. It has good range to it, look how far that can hit. It has good range, but what's also really nice about medium kick is it's special cancelable. One of the main things Ryus tend to do, and any Shoto character really, is you do something like crouching medium kick into fireball. Crouching light kick is Ryu's farthest, I think this is like his farthest hitting poke, to be perfectly honest. I don't think anything really hits farther out. But you can technically button buffer with any special cancelable move. I can button buffer with medium kick, or medium punch. I can button buffer with crouching heavy punch. I can even button buffer with standing light kick. That's typically usually what they do. Now, what you might be asking is, I didn't actually show you button buffering at all. And you're right, I didn't. I just showed you special canceling. Button buffering is when I'm whiffing a move. Like, for instance, crouching medium punch. During the animation of crouching medium punch, I can do a fireball. You see how on the side there is the fireball input? Here, let me jiggle that a little bit. Alright, watch again. We'll do crouching medium punch, and then we'll do a heavy fireball in the crouching medium. Or crouching medium punch? Crouching medium kick. You see how nothing is coming out when I do this? You see how nothing's coming out? But I am technically doing a fireball, right? So, that is called button buffering. What we are doing is essentially disguising a special input in the animation of a normal attack. Again, you can do this with any special cancelable move. The slower it is and the more active frames, and the bigger the cancel window, the easier it is to do, obviously. You can button buffer with standing light kick. It's a little hard. The reason why is because you'll probably end up accidentally just doing, like, light tatsu or something. Why is this useful? Well, as you saw with that Sakura, she was walking up to me, and she was just doing this, right? She was just trying to hit me with her feet, and she's just trying to cancel him into something big. That's it. That's all she wanted. If it didn't hit, nothing came out. The reason why that is so good is because, again, on whiff, I just do crouching medium kick. We'll just use crouching medium kick in this example. On whiff, if I don't do anything, I just get crouching medium kick. Right? That has a way better recovery than this into that. Right? If I hit him, I get a Hadouken out of it and a mini combo. If I don't hit him, nothing. It's just I whiffed a crouching medium kick. Now, you might be asking, that's really fucking powerful, Swanky. How do we deal with that? Well, there's two ways to typically do it. In the case of Sakura, what she was doing was she was walking up with trying to hit me with a light kick, and she would do a Shoryu. She would do a Shoryu, but not just any Shoryu. She would do the beefiest one she has. So, what she's doing is she's essentially dancing back and forth, trying to whiff punish with the light kick, and if the light kick connects, she gets a Shoryu. However, the way that you can beat this is just simply blocking. If I have Ken on guard all, and then I set his guard recovery action to just be a reversal Shoryuken. If he blocks me doing this, and I do something like, well, again, say, light kick into heavy punch Shoryuken. If he blocks it, and I'm not careful, the special move will still come out, as you can see. Look at that. You see that? So, the way that you can beat button buffering is just walk up and block. If he does, or if I do something, he might not be able to punish it, but he's getting me to do the special move that I'm trying to disguise. if I'm doing something that's unsafe, like we'll say Tatsuya, I eat that, right? Button buffering is very useful. You can obviously assume that if Aria's doing this, and he's trying to walk forward and for you to go into it, he's probably trying to fireball. All you need to know is that button buffering is essentially when you are out here whiffing special moves that can be canceled, or whiffing normals that are special cancelable, and you're doing a special move behind it. It's super easy to do, and it's super strong. Definitely something you should add to your arsenal if you are brand new to the game and still trying to figure out how to, like, do stuff. So button buffering is pretty powerful. But it does have a glaring weakness, which is essentially just you walking up and blocking. That's it. That's one way you can do it, because if they're buffering and you know that, you can get a punish. It's definitely something that you should look into labbing, especially if you've never done it before.
In the top 100,000.
Oh, it's Papa Fuji again! Guys, we got this. We know how he plays.